Alright, as you can see, we've got the rear belt on. Rear shocks are on. These are progressive 444s. I've got installed on there. So the next thing I need to do, so I still need to align everything back here, but I can't align the rear wheel without having a front wheel on there. I'm still going to get the inner primary and all back on as well. So I think what I'll do, let's go ahead and start working on the front. There's my stock front brake system, rotors and all. You can see here I've got the stock forks off of my FXR. I've got a set of FXDP forks back there. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull all that out and let me show you guys what I'm putting on this. Now as far as the front suspension goes, I'm going from the OEM dual rotor single pot caliper with stainless steel line upgrade, yes. Air ride 39mm forks to this, with which I will be using the tubes from here, because these are 2-inch longer tubes, with the Brembo 2013 brake calipers, matching rotors, semi-floaters, set of Rolling Sands preload adjusters, fork brace, Racetech springs, gold valve emulator. All of this should make for a real nice upgrade as far as brakes, handling, everything up front goes. So let's go and get the old forks apart so I can get those tubes out of there, and then we'll disassemble the FXR P tubes so I can use those lowers, which will let me bolt the Brembo calipers and all up. Alright, so to begin with, we're going to take a 1/2-inch wrench, 1/4-inch drive Allen, and just go ahead and unbolt the fender. Now I have not yet drained these, so I'm going to set them upright over to the side. Alright, so let's go and break this side loose. Don't let the fender bang on the ground. Keep our hardware together. Go ahead and set the forks over here. Now the forks are ready to be drained out. As you can see, I can take a look at my fender here. It's by no means in perfect condition. I got a ding here, scratched up here, scratches up here. Looks like it's actually partially bent there. Ugh. I might just see about a new fender while I'm at it. One nice thing about Harley, you get a drain bolt on the forks right here in the form of a Phillips head. Ooh, some old fork oil here. So let this drain, and then we'll start working on disassembling the spring and the fork tube, and I'll show you how that's done. It helps to remember to push record. I unscrewed the fork caps using my impact 1 3/8 socket, 3/4 to 1/2-inch adapter I got from Harbor Freight. The socket I got from Sears, so sorry. I'm going to let them sit here and drain down a little bit just to make sure that the oil has a chance to run down to the bottom of the fork sliders, and I'll pull the springs out, set them in the bucket to drip, and then pull the rest of the way out. Alright, there's the spring. Set it over here, let it drip into the pan. So the next step is actually remove this metal cap. So there's a little notch there. What you want to do is put like a punch or something underneath there and knock this up. What I do is I'll set her down on the ground here. There we go. At this point, we'll just slide this up out. Here's our actual dust seal. I'm going to go ahead and get this out. And then down in here is the spring. Get that out. Now the last part is actually an outlet head bolt straight through there. So I'm going to go get my impact and boom, knock that out. So I've got here's a 6mm bit, because yes, these are Showa forks, which means that bolt underneath is metric. Just gonna throw it in the impact here, a little battery powered impact driver. Pop that bolt right out. Now that's the dampener rod bolt. Now if you don't have an impact, you can actually remove that back before you even take your forks out, but your oil is going to drain all down from underneath. Now once you've done that, you've got your spring and all removed here. You just actually use this as a slide hammer and just beat it all out. Just like that. So we're obviously going to clean the inside of this. It is horribly filthy. Oh yeah, you can get a good shot of that. This is the spacer. Goes down the bottom. Here's our seal and our bushing, which I am replacing the bushing. You can see here we've got our 39mm seal. Our washer that goes with it. The washer we'll reuse. The bushing just rolled away. The bushing, that will not be getting reused. You can see it's pretty well worn out. It's all coppery on the outside. And then we've got the actual dampener rod. There's still one more bushing on the bottom of this. Ooh, dripping all everywhere. That I still need to remove. The dampener rod assembly is the dampener rod with the bottoming spring, and you can see this is just gritty nasty. This is well worn, and this front end badly needed to come apart. So I'm going to go rip the other side apart and start cleaning. Alright, I'm going to take these guys, toss them all in here in the parts washer, just filled with kerosene. I'm going to let these all soak for a couple of hours. Top spring I will not be reusing, or the main fork spring rather, as I will use the Race Tech spring. It's actually sitting here with a prelude head at the moment. And my parts washer here is just filled with kerosene. Does a great job of cleaning sludge and all right off. And because kerosene is a petroleum-based product, I don't have to worry about rusting anything. Granted, these fork tube sliders here are aluminum. It's not like I want to prevent them from oxidizing anyway. Definitely better already, but there's still some sludge on the bottom, so I'm going to leave that. And so the fork tube, now you can see that bottom bushing. See, I'm still dribbling some gook out of it. I'll let this soak in the kerosene, go wash my hands off. Like I said, I'm only going to do these one side at a time, so I'm going to let that soak for a little while. I'll come back and clean it all out. People just can't come to grips with how cool I am. How cool? That cool.